Hey everybody, my name is John Wood. I am the newly published author of A Fight to Survive, Disability Devotionals, and the soon-to-be published author of the Wandering Wheels children's book series focused on disability. Welcome back to the channel. I am Author on Wheels, and this is another video discussing my books, my life, and my fight to survive. If you've just found this channel and you are a writer too or want to be one, go ahead and hit that like button down there, hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell to the right. I invite you to sit down and talk with an author on wheels. On today's video, we are going to have a one-on-one discussion with the author of the book Redefining Normal, Mr. Paul Nankivell. So, hold on, guys. What's up, Paul? Sorry about that, buddy.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. So, I just have a few questions that I want to get over with. Sorry about the whole live debacle problem. It's something that I've never really faced in my life with that. So, basically, what I want to know is just a little bit about your process of writing the book and a little bit about you personally. So, can you tell us a little bit about your writing process behind Redefining Normal?
I was taken back by my life in school. They He was thinking about his life in school, and he broke it up into sections. I'm Paul's brother, Peter. I'm helping with interview here.
Perfect, no problem. I was just about to say, thank you, Peter. Okay, now, tell us a little bit about, like, even in your bio that you sent me, you were one of the first kids in the 1970s to integrate into mainstream school.
Yes.
That to me is incredible, because even though I wasn't born back then, I kind of knew bits and pieces, from what my dad's been telling me over the years about how, people with disabilities weren't really, accepted in mainstream school until a certain point.
Well, I was part of a program in 1977. He was part of a pilot program in 1977.
A pilot program in 1977. That's...
On his first day at school, there was some parents out front protesting him going there to that school.
What the heck? They must have really not wanted you at that school.
There was 26 other disabled kids coming to that school on the same bus. On the same bus. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. That's just I can't imagine putting 26 special needs kids on a school bus.
It was two buses.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, it would have been.
And so, through that experience, Paul, even though this happened so many years ago, I guess what you would say is that it shaped you into who you are now as someone who advocates for proper accessibility for others, correct?
Yeah. He said before he had that experience, he was kind of innocent, kind of protected. He had to grow up fast because there was a lot of negative people.
I can understand that. And, sometimes it's all about balancing life in a quote-unquote normal pace, but in this case, with the injecting the title of your book into it, you basically redefined what normal is.
Yeah, it's funny. When he was looking on Amazon, and there's multiple books with the same title of Redefining Normal.
Really?
On his next book, he's going to be more careful and make a more unique title for the next one. Yeah.
Exactly. I even thought about that with some of my titles that I've written, and I did the research beforehand to figure out if there was a title of a book called A Fight to Survive, or Disability Devotionals, or even for my children's book, Wandering Wheels. And I'm like, hey, there's nothing here. I'm taking this and running with it. But, so, now stepping into the meat and potatoes of this interview, so to speak, how long did it take you to write Redefining Normal?
To write and edit it, it took him 10 years. I was going to he's going through some personal issues.
Right.
And he types with one finger.
I can understand. I mean, 10 years to write and edit this book. That is incredible. And, I mean, now I'm not even going to complain about how it took me 2.5 years to write and edit my book, because just hearing that kind of inspires me to keep going. Now,
And it's almost, yeah, and like I said, Paul did the whole editing himself. Actually, he didn't send it to anybody, so yeah, it took a couple of years by himself.
Right. I did the same thing with my book. I edited the whole thing with a couple of friends, and yeah, but basically, my next question for you, Paul, would be, if you had to pick one certain message that you wanted this book to give to people, what would your message from this book be? Like, what would your parting words be? Your words of wisdom, so to speak.
No matter what your circumstances, do not let society put you into a slot. Go for anything you want. If you fail, it's your struggle.
That is probably the most powerful thing I've ever heard in my life. Thank you, Paul. Really, that is incredible. Now, can you tell us where people that might see this video or hear this interview, can you tell them where they could find a copy of your book?
It's on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Paperback and Kindle. And just came out on Audible. But Paul says he's not the narrator for the Audible book. So.
I understand, yeah. I mean, that would be pretty cool, kind of, really, that would be kind of cool to have the actual person doing that, because most authors do that, but, I mean, it would be really cool in this case to hear that, But, honestly, This has really been a great interview because I like getting to know people like you, and I like getting to sit down with people that, have a story to tell, because all that Author on Wheels does is allow people the platform to tell their story on their own, in their own words, in their own ways. And that is no different for author Paul Nankivell. And I'm partially talking to the camera when I say this, but I'm also saying this to you guys, because, Paul, you have a story to tell, and it's up to you to find that way to tell your story, and you have done it, my friend. It may have taken you years and years, but you've done it. So thank you for all that you have done to not be afraid to tell your story. I appreciate this interview, and I appreciate getting to talk to you. And so we're going to go ahead and end this, but guys, you can buy a copy of Paul's book on Amazon. All the links will be down in the description, and you can also get it on Audible and all other platforms. Guys, thank you so much. Paul, we're going to go ahead and end this call. Thank you so much, my friend.